Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to come out and make a video specifically on my 2018 Harley-Davidson Heritage because it's a pretty big deal. I've owned this bike now for about 6 years, 6.5 years. I bought it May 31st of 2018. And as of 2 days ago, I just paid this motorcycle off. I got this bike when the channel just started making enough money to maybe justify doing it. This is a spot that I have come to many of times. It's a really good spot that I come just to kind of gather my thoughts. And that's really how I use my motorcycle. I've got this license plate here, the vanity plate, 3,497. This goes back to the Adam Sandoval's world record attempt, or the breaking of the most amount of Harley-Davidsons in a single parade, and that was in 2019. I rode out for that from Phoenix, spent days riding on my own out to that event. That's the last time that I've done really like a big group ride type thing. I don't go to Sturgis. I may at some point. That's just not what motorcycles are for me. Motorcycles for me have been just about me getting out and clearing my head and using it as really kind of a thing for therapy.
When I picked this bike up, I made an arrangement with my wife. I said, hey, look, I think I'm making enough money on this YouTube channel. I think I'll be able to make every single payment out of the revenue from this channel that I created out of nothing. That was a time that my wife really had to trust me, because this was not a cheap motorcycle. I spent over 20 grand on this thing. I forgot the exact number. I'll put it up over here. And had the YouTube channel not panned out, we would have had to rely solely on our income together to foot the bill for this bike. Had it not worked out, we could have got rid of the bike. We could have made the payments, but it would have been a much different arrangement. I needed her to trust me at that point that this YouTube channel would be able to foot the bill for this motorcycle as I said that it would. 6 years, 6 months later, every payment for this bike came out of this YouTube channel.
So this bike was definitely not without some controversy in the household. This bike has actually sat in my garage for several months because I also have an Indian Pursuit in the garage, and this bike's been sitting, so I think the fuel that's in here it is rather unhappy about. I did top it off with a couple gallons, so I think it's just got to run a little bit through it, but it is backfiring too. It's not super thrilled with that old fuel for sure. Ooh, uh-oh. Something's not right here. I wonder if my dyno jet target tune got jacked up. This has not ever happened before. Does that look blown? Oh, now it's back on. Okay. Let's see if that calms it down. Something happened with the dyno jet, but it sounds like it's idling better. Let's take a look at the wiring on that. I thought maybe that was an old fuel issue, but then I saw that the dyno jet was off, and I'm guessing that means that the target tune, which was on the bike, was also not working, which means all of the fueling was probably very jacked up, which it felt like it. I may have just reset something with the fuses there too. I'm guessing is what happened, is that something got boogered up there. Alright, so I'm getting readings off the wideband. So something weird happened there with the target tune. First time that's happened, and pretend that didn't happen, I guess. There we go. Now the fueling seems to be good. That was really weird. That's what happens when you start modifying your stuff. So, not sure what happened there. I'm guessing, like I said, probably just resetting a fuse somewhere. Like pulling a fuse and seating it again. I don't know. Price you pay for doing cool shit. So, this bike, aside from what just happened there, has literally never caused me a single problem. That's 20,472 miles. That was the first time I ever had to pull over and really take a look at something and wonder what the hell's going on. Looks like we're back in business now. So, you know, when I bought this bike, I had mentioned that, you know, I told my wife that I wanted a bike for commuting back and forth to work. And I started looking around. I was between this and a Road King, but I went with the Heritage in the Softail platform because it just felt like the best bike for something that was really a daily commuter. It had some bags on it. I could throw some stuff in there. A back passenger can kind of hop on the back passenger pillion. More importantly, I could throw a backpack for work on there and kind of strap it down real quick. And I'm really happy that I bought this bike because it's been an absolute pleasure. I've taken it on trips from Phoenix all the way to, well, that Bring It Home ride, which was many, many days of riding on it. There were some moments on that ride where it's like, yeah, it'd be nice to have a larger touring bike. But truth be told, that was the only time that I ever felt like that. I have taken this bike also to California several times, which is, you know, 5-6 hours. I think I took it up to Vegas once also. Those are like 5-hour rides. Totally perfect for that. But again, the best, as Morgan Gale said when before I bought this bike, he had a review where he said it's the perfect all-rounder.
Of all the Softail bikes, this is the one that stood out to me as a great all-rounder.
This is the best bike for it. But when I bought this bike, you know, my wife, I think, gave me the go-ahead, but it was one of those go-aheads where it was like I should have known that I wasn't supposed to do it. And it kind of came up several times through the years. So I'm just really proud to get to the point where I was able to pay this bike off and say it really came out of all of the efforts of my work from this YouTube channel. And it's just a moment of pride to be able to say that I was able to do something cool like that. So, you know, this is not something where Harley-Davidson hooked me up with a bike because I'm a YouTuber. I think I had, geez, I don't know, 7,000 maybe subscribers. I don't even remember how many subscribers I had back then. And Harley wasn't knocking on my door. As a matter of fact, they still won't even answer. I haven't really reached out to them, but I don't hear from Harley-Davidson. They don't hear from me. This was a purchase I made because I wanted to make it. When I first started looking into motorcycles, my uncle had ridden Harleys. He was the only person in my life that I even knew that rode motorcycles. And for me, it was just when I came to buy a motorcycle, it was going to be a Harley-Davidson. There wasn't even a question in my mind that was what I was going to do. And that's exactly what I did. Went to the dealership, picked this bike up. This bike, I love it with, you know, the people call it like primer red almost. It has such a heritage look. It looks old. It looks, you know, World War II-ish in my opinion, with a lot of modern flair to it. It was really called me in terms of what it was I was looking for a bike. So again, really proud that this channel, I don't come from money. I don't have like people behind me pushing this channel. I've done this all myself. Really bootstrapped this channel. There's been people who have helped along the way. John Maxwell is somebody who I will always be grateful for when I got this bike. I rode it out to the Bring It Home rally. He was one of the first people in this YouTube space that I can recall who was much larger than I was, who gave me not only his time but his friendship. And that was when I realized, like, man, this YouTube stuff, it's pretty gnarly. And it really kind of gave me like a breath of I really want to do more of this. And since then, there's been a lot of things that have gone my way with this channel because of going out there, meeting John, all that stuff, and then getting hooked up with like Revzilla somehow. I don't even remember how I ended up out at the Get On Moto Fest. I don't know why I was even there, but when I went out to the Get On Moto Fest in Dallas, I flew out there. I actually ended up meeting Brandon Picasso, who also is a giant reason why I've gotten opportunities in this channel that I otherwise wouldn't have gotten. There was a press event that he was invited to, and he couldn't make it, so he's like, hey, why don't you guys call Dan? I bet you he'll go. And that ended up hooking me up with some other press people, and kind of got me into some of the press stuff with motorcycles, side-by-sides, all that. So those kinds of lucky breaks. But it's not just luck. It's like I met Brandon, and he is just a truly, truly good dude. And we chatted. I consider Brandon to be a great friend through this YouTube channel. I could go on for hours talking about the people that I've met, people who have treated me very, very kindly. Matt Laidlaw was another dude just another really great dude. And that's all in the motorcycle space. I've even had it with like automotive journalists now. I've had so much come to me because of what this motorcycle purchase ended up kind of creating in this space. This bike opened up endless doors for me, and you guys, the viewers, made me be able to tell my wife, I am going to cover this bike and I'm going to do it out of YouTube. I take accountability for the hard work that I put in to get there, but without the viewers that sit there and watch the videos, I still don't know why people watch my videos. It's so weird to me, but because of you guys, this purchase was not stupid. Now, I spent over 20 grand on this motorcycle, and if I was not a YouTuber and I did not have that revenue to be able to justify doing it, I would have not bought that expensive of a motorcycle. Hard stop. Would not have done it. But because I had this as an outlet, it felt like a good business expense and also an opportunity for me to pick up a bike and do something new, fun. You know, I'm going to tell you guys, when I was, I don't know, in my early 30s, I felt so lost as an adult. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And I kind of lost this like motorsports, power sports part of me. When I started working, I just kind of gave up on like my passions. And this YouTube channel was a conduit to bring all of that back into my life. And it has been such a blessing for me to be able to say that. And I'm just really proud of myself, thankful for the viewers of the channel. And you know, without this whole thing, I wouldn't have what I have today. So for those people who have tuned into the channel recently and think like, man, this dude has so much cool shit showing up on his channel. This guy must, you know, his dad has, I've seen that comment. My dad has no money. I didn't come from money. I didn't win the lottery. I just did hard work and honestly took out stupid loans as a way to believe in myself to build up this business. So the loan that I took on this motorcycle, I don't even remember the finance rates and all that stuff. I'm not here to like tell you guys, like it's not a personal finance channel by no means, but it was stupid. It was absolutely stupid, made no sense to the average person, but because I had this channel, it made sense to me. I believed in me, my wife believed in me, and that's kind of where how the cookie crumbled, I suppose you'd say. And here we are now where I just paid this motorcycle off with YouTube as the way to do it, which just blows my mind. So again, I just wanted to come out here, guys. It's been a while. I haven't been making a lot of videos as of recently. I actually honestly would rather not even share at the moment in terms of like what that's all about. It has been a difficult couple months, and kind of getting to a point where I'm trying to get to the tail end of that, and coming back, looking forward to some videos. I actually still have an interview that I did with Tanner Faust when I was at Camp Razor that I have to get edited and get out. What's really tough, and I'll just tell you guys, you know, when you start doing, if you ever get into content creation, I'm my own personality, on-screen personality. I'm my own editor. I am my own script writer, which I don't really write scripts, but like idea generator, business development, all of those things as kind of like a side gig. And when you get into a rut in like your personal life and you have a full-time job, you've got a wife, a daughter, just all of the real world type stuff, this all becomes kind of like an impossible thing to do. I'm looking to come back from that, and I've got a bunch of stuff that's been planned for a very long time, a bunch of stuff that's actually been filmed for several months that I just need to get back into and focus on again. So with that being said, guys, I thank you very much for basically, I say YouTube bought me this motorcycle, but you in combination with me doing the work and you guys watching the videos allowed me to own a brand new Harley-Davidson that I otherwise would have never bought. and I'm super thankful for that. So with that being said, I thank you guys very much for tuning in, supporting the channel. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. See you guys next time. If I don't make a video between now and then, have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and enjoy your time with the family, because it's the most important thing you got. And catch you guys next time.